Hi guys, welcome back to Kimochi Corner. I hope you're doing well. I've got a new story for you today, and it's hot outside. And you know what? It's been really hot in the Kimochi land too. I want to tell you a little bit about life for the Kimochis lately. You see, life has already been kind of challenging for the Kimochis because of the unknown. And many of the Kimochis were already using so many tools to cope and to live well and to battle big feelings, especially the hard to have feelings. Well, something changed in the community of the Kimochis. The big terrible showed up. The big terrible showed up, and the big terrible was not kind. The big terrible was mean. The big terrible was cruel. The big terrible was terribly terrible. And it showed up in the Kimochi land. This brought up a lot of feelings for the Kimochis. Now, on top of facing the unknown, now the big terrible was there. And it brought up for the Kimochis scared, frustrated, sad, and mad. What do you do when a big terrible shows up in your life? What do you do? What would the Kimochis do if the big terrible showed up for the Kimochis? Do you want to know? I'll tell you about it. It's pretty cool what the Kimochis did when the big terrible showed up. Let me get my screen ready to tell you some of the stories. You see, Hugs is pretty special. Hugs has all those arms. So Hugs right away knew that Hugs could put those arms to good use. Hugs made signs to help the community members. Hugs made the sign love, peace. Hugs even used Hugs is mad to remind people to be fair and kind. Hugs made sign to help the community handle the big terrible. Oh, but there's more that the Kimochis did. Let me show you what else. You see, Lovey Dove and Turtle Dove work together. They love to bake birdseed muffins, and they decided to sell those birdseed muffins to make money. They wanted to donate and support the Be a Kind Community Foundation. They were going to help their community through service and a donation. The kindness was spreading. Hugs as signs and Lovey Dove's support, things were already starting to change. But there's more. Let me show you. There's more to be done. We've shown Hugs. We've shown Lovey Dove. Oh, of course. You're wondering what Cat did. I'll show you. Cat reminded the community that it's important to vote. By voting, you can make change in your community. You can listen to the voices of leaders and use your vote to make a difference. Cat got out there to remind others, register to vote, and vote for change in your community. Thanks, Cat. Who's next? Oh, it's Cloud. Let me show you what Cloud was up to. You see, Cloud knows that friends need to help friends. Cloud is a counselor to Cloud's friends. Cloud is always there for everyone, telling them that they're going to be okay. Let me tell you what Cloud said to one of the friends in Kimochi land. Cloud reminded friends, you can do it. You can make a difference. By taking action, with action, things can get better. Cloud used Cloud's voice to counsel others that they can do this. They can get through this by working together and taking action to cope with those feelings and to get involved. So you know what? By taking action, the Kimochis started to affect change in their community. They could make the big terrible shrink and get smaller. Yeah, by taking action, they could shrink the big terrible. Oh, wait a second. What did Bug do? Are you thinking about Bug? What did Bug do in all this? Let me tell you about Bug. Because you know what? Bug had a hard time. If you remember, Bug, sorry about that. I just messed up your screen. If you remember, Bug got a little overwhelmed when the unknown came. In fact, Bug started to spin and it was really hard. Bug even thought about going into the cocoon. So Bug's really been working on coping with the big feelings. But Bug has been working really hard and Bug has figured a lot of things out. Bug didn't have a new idea of how to help in the community, but Bug used Brave to get involved. Bug didn't have an idea of what to do, so Bug helped everyone a little bit. Bug flew from friend to friend to help a little bit. Bug didn't know what to do alone, but Bug knew what to do by watching friends and joining friends. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And you know what? I want to get back to that start page of all of the Kimochis because what they did was special. What they did was they came together as a community and they took action in their community and they found their way through the big terrible. And things did get better, but not right away. But the Kimochis also promised they would never, never forget the big terrible and how bad it felt and how awful it was, because they knew that if they forgot the big terrible, it would come back. So the Kimochis continue to take action. It takes work each and every day together to make sure that they could keep the big terrible away. So boys and girls, when a big terrible comes into your world, I want you to remember there are many ways that you can take action. By doing something, you too can change your community. So I want to remind you some of the ways that your characters helped you. Hugs made signs to spread good feelings. Bug put Brave in front and worked with everybody. Bug didn't have their own idea, but joined the group in positive ways. Cloud counseled friends. You can do this. You can do something about a big terrible. You can stop it. You can do something. And Lovey-Dove raised money to support the Be a Kind Community Foundation. And Cat rocked the vote. Get out there and be a part of your community. And you too can shrink the big terrible, just like the Kimochis remind us. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Get out there and take action. Do something if there's a big terrible in your world.